So, a secret ingredient to make the link between the random movement of the upper body and the structured movement of tango, forward, back, and side steps that we do in the video. A little bit more smooth. Of course, you could. I'm pretty sure you can figure it out, but I'm going to give you these extra details that will help you immensely. So, if you notice, if you go back to the part where I'm actually dancing, I'm doing steps, I'm doing my walk, you will notice that there is subtle movement in the hips and the center of the body. There's a little bit of a rotation when I'm going into my steps, and there's also my hips. I'm not square, I'm not like a robot going parallel to the floor. That would, if my movement had sound, that's how it would sound if I was a robot. No change in the level. Yes, okay. So this is how basically, this is the secret ingredient. How we move efficiently in everyday life, how our bones were made to work and move efficiently, is what gives us that connection, the secret glue to just moving around, dancing tango. To transfer this feeling, the essence that we have just listening to the music, moving around, to transfer it to dancing tango. So I'm going to show you, I just want you to have in mind that when you're doing the exercise, feel free to exaggerate these 3 dimensions of movement. When you're dancing tango though, it should look like one smooth movement, one smooth direction towards the back, towards the front, or towards the side. It shouldn't look like you're doing something weird with your body. So have that in mind. When you practice, exaggerate those things so you can feel them in your body. When you're dancing though, you want those dimensions that you're going to see now in the video, you want them smoothly connected one to the other to give you a one-directional movement. So 3 directions. Direction number 1. Your hips are going up and down when you're walking, like this. Again, this is an exercise. You don't walk in life or in tango like this, right? Up, up. Direction number 2, your hips are going forward and back. And this, you will feel it more when you're walking down the street. If you become aware of it, you're like, oh yeah, of course my hips are walking this way, are moving this way. If I turn a little bit this way so you can see, boom, 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 boom. Yes? And this is what we call locomotion, because as my hips are doing this, you can see my arms are doing this. And now you can start connecting the dots with the video in Musicality. So when you start in your tango embrace, like this, or like this, leader or follower, you start with one of these movements, all of them together. Direction number 3. There is a little bit of a wave in the hips, like so. If you place your hand on your stomach, right here, right at the navel, and you allow for your breath to give you this so there is a constant wave. Have in mind that, again, this constant wave is not just happening from the hips, like this, but it's happening from the whole spine. So center it around the navel. You can even place one hand here, or one hand with the hips maybe. So when you're gonna be putting that song, you press play. Try when you're trying to embody the music, try to find these 3 directions of movement in your body. When you're not moving at all, the outcome should be something like this. You see? Or if I turn this way, you can see the wave as well. Or if I turn this way, you can see the wave as well. So again, start with just moving from side to side, then add your steps. What we want is a nice, let's try it again, English, a nice movement, continuous movement going forward, going back, going to the side, following the music, not disruptive. So these 3 dimensions of movement, these 3 directions of movement will give you a high quality step only if you A, embody them, B, allow them to connect with each other, and C, work on the other elements of your walk so they don't mess you up. So just be aware of them, tap into them, and the best way to do it is when you're just standing, moving from side to side. Yes? A little like this. You're listening to your music. And they're all happening together. I'm going a little bit up and down, and I'm going a little bit forward and back as well. Right? So, put the music on. Find the music in your body. Find those 3 dimensions in your body. When you're ready, take the movement down into the legs and start having fun with the music you love.